AITA for refusing to get up at 5 to make my husband breakfast as part of my stahm routine? My F31 husband M34 recently found a job and officially became the breadwinner, and me the stahm. In the past few days he has been complaining about getting up in the morning and not getting breakfast. He said that I should be getting up before him at 5 a.m. to make him breakfast as part of my stahm routine. I asked why he can't do it himself since he used to everything, and he had 2 points. 1. He is no longer unemployed, he is the breadwinner now, his job is to provide for the family, and 2. He says he barely gets ready and finds no time to make himself breakfast. I pointed out that I cannot be expected to wake up at 5 after staying up at night with the baby, and reminder him of what I do during the day, since that is a job and a difficult one at that. He argued that he still thought it was unfair that he has to make breakfast before going to work, and I should do it as part of my job. I at this point said he was taking advantage of me since he is still an able-bodied and can do it if he saves time he uses to read the news on his phone or the time spent in the shower. He made a face and called me unbelievable for claiming he was taking advantage of me when he is the one bringing in the money, then shrugged and said he'll just cancel breakfast then, but his job is very stressful and that might affect his health. He keeps suggesting it, but I keep refusing. He claimed I was being unfair and unsupportive of him taking on a new job, and I was not respecting my part of the deal. AITA? Edit. First, I'm usually the one who handled making breakfast in the past when we both used to wake up at 9. He does not like any pre-made foods and likes breakfast to be fresh, which consists of ham, pancakes, etc., as well as freshly made fruit juice. Basically a full breakfast I used to make when we were both unemployed. NTA. At all. Also recognize his, "Well, if you don't make me breakfast, I'll skip it and that might make me sick," is a manipulation tactic which is super unhealthy. He wants you to serve him despite staying home to take care of and raise the kid. While I'm assuming also taking care of the cleaning and cooking, general house maintenance. Your husband is ta, and I would be weary of any other red flags he displays. NTA. Was being a stahm his idea? Or was it mutual? I wonder, since he threw in your face that he makes the money getting up at 5 after being up much of the night with the little baby so that the big baby can have his breakfast? Nope. If he has time to scroll in the morning, he has time to throw something in the microwave. The whole threat of it affecting his health is just emotional blackmail. I'd be rethinking the stahm if I was in this situation. NTA. If he starves because he can't make breakfast himself, that's just natural selection. NTA. Are there other warning signs he wants to be king of the castle and you're now his serf? NTA. He is completely capable of making his own breakfast outside of his work hours. Jobs at home should be 50-50. You should not be 100% go all the time. And his whining and blaming you for if his health declines is emotionally manipulative. I was having a shit day at work. Then I read this. I feel a lot better that I'm not the joke that your husband is. NTA. He needs to grow up and take care of himself. If not, he can stay up all night with the baby so that you can cook him breakfast. Fair is fair, right? Otherwise, he should work on learning how to pour cereal and milk into a bowl. It's something that requires him to remove his head out of his ass, though. So just warn him of this beforehand. Just leave him a granola bar and banana. Done. NTA. NTA. Your husband gets to clock out at the end of the day and come home. You're on call 24/7. Is your husband not bright enough to understand that if he doesn't have time to get himself breakfast, he can get up a little bit earlier? You are not his slave or his servant, and he has no right to demand that you wake up after being up with the baby. Or even not being up with the baby and get him breakfast. He's an adult. Plus, this is not the 1950s and you each have a job to do, and he clearly thinks because he's the breadwinner that you owe him to wait on him hand and foot round the clock. NTA, you have a lot to do with the baby. That is your job. Your job is not to babysit your husband as well. He can make a quick breakfast, you need to sleep when you can. NTA. What decade does he think it is to get away with that attitude? Milk in a bowl of cornflakes never killed anyone. NTA. You're a stahm, not his personal slave. NTA. That's so gross. Being a stahm is already a job in and of itself. That job is taking care of the baby, not your husband. You are his wife, not his maid or his mother. NTA. He can make breakfast very quickly. A bowl of cereal. Something at the beginning of the week that lasts all week. A quick couple eggs, etc. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes sometimes. And he can easily still do all of the same things he has done in the past in the morning. NTA. Get him a box of Eggos. He'll be fine. NTA. Not in the slightest. His entitlement and lack of respect for you is off the charts. I hope you have an exit plan. This behavior doesn't get better. He is absolutely taking advantage of you. Be careful, because it's just a matter of time before he cuts you off from his money. NTA. He said that I should be getting up before him at 5 a.m. to make him breakfast as part of my stahm routine. I asked why he can't do it himself since he used to everything, and he had 2 points. 1. He is no longer unemployed, he is the breadwinner now. Well, not much of a breadwinner if he's too lazy to even put bread on the table by himself. Sorry, but you need to reevaluate what he's bringing to the marriage. He would die in my house. My husband leaves for work at 3:30 am. Not only does he make his own breakfast, he pays for it. And then if I have a hard day at my day job, he will either make himself dinner or provide dinner for both of us, be it a frozen meal or takeout. NTA. NTA. They make overnight oatmeal cups. Get them at any grocery store. Put milk in up to the line and eat them straight from the fridge. Breakfast is served. NTA. What does he think single people, double earners, have to do? Especially if you're the one doing the majority, all of the baby work. He's being a brat. NTA. Leave a Nutri-Grain bar out for him the last time you're up with the baby.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.